This is one of my all-time favorite pieces we've ever done or collected. It's a beautiful piece. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today, as promised, we're going to be cutting those Jelly Seam Agates that we collected from Baxter's Harbor last week. I'm going to be doing all the cutting today because these are really hard and they're longer pieces. You know, these are a little trickier to cut, and we're just going to be shaving the surface off. So I'm going to be doing these cuts today. The boys are going to relish in the results. Yeah, I got 5. We're going to do 5 of them. We're going to be cutting the best one. This is going to be our shelf piece. You can see it's got some nice blues and reds and burgundies in that. So we're just going to shave the face of this off, and we'll polish this one as well. We'll polish this one in this video. I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at how the cut goes. I'm going to be using a more aggressive wheel because this is harder material. I'm going to be using a serrated blade. So it's probably going to chew the face up a little bit, so I might take it to the flat lap and use a really coarse disc and shave that down to get it nice and flat. And then we're probably going to do this, because it's so big, I'm going to do this on the diamond polishing wheels with the drill DIY setup, just because it's a little too big for the flat lap, I think, for polishing. I think it'll take too long. I think the diamond, the old setup, will do a better job on this. So we're going to polish that one. Some other ones we're going to do this one. This is the one that had a little bird poop on it that we're going to get off by shaving it. Here's one of the better colored ones. Had some nice whites and reds and blues in that one. A couple small ones will do. And this one had some nice color in it, and some nice, you can see it's got some translucency, and some of this piece here is a little thinner, and you can see a little translucency. So I think that one will look nice polished as well. You'll get some good jelly action on that when we cut it anyway. I don't know if I'll polish that one, but we'll cut it for sure. So those are the 5 agates we're going to do, and I'm going to fire up the top cut tile saw, and we're going to do it on that. So let's go do that. Okay, so all the cuts are done, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to polish 2 pieces. I think one of the pieces came out really, really good, and I'm still going to do that nice long one, which also turned out really nice. So here's the long one. Turned out as I expected. There's some nice reddish chalcedony there. Goes from a blue to a reddish, and then goes back into a blue-green, and then more red at the back. But that's going to look nice polished. I think what we're going to do here is we will use the high-tech diamond flat lap to get this flush. I think there's some saw marks still in it. And once I get it flush, I'm going to take it to the diamond wheel with the drill, and I'm going to polish it that way. It's going to take a little while, but I think that's the best way to polish that one. Another one I'm going to polish because it turned out so well. I cut this into a rectangle, and I've got all 4 sides. It was a little fractured in some spots, so I lost some material. But this side is the best side. It ended up having some really cool features in it. There's some darker blue chalcedony in there. There's some red, and lined by some green. And of course, it's capped by the white layers on the side. So this is going to look really good polished up. I'm going to polish every single side. I'm going to do this entirely on the flat lap. I'll do this piece all on the flat lap. Here's some other piece. This is an end cut from that same piece. Lots going on in there. You can see why I call it the jelly agate. When I polish it, it'll even look more like jelly. You can see some saw marks in there now, but here's that smaller piece that I cut. This might be another one I polished too. I don't know if I'll do it in this video, but we'll see. This was that long piece that had the bird poop on it. So we got rid of that. Some cool little features in here. There's some nice, cool stuff going on here in the white portion of it. Almost kind of plumy. So these are really neat. I cut this one as all four sides on this one as well. So pretty cool stuff going on in that one. This one was heavily fractured, so yeah, I don't know. There's not much I can do with that. It was breaking on the fractures when I sawed it, so I think I might cut this in a couple smaller pieces and tumble it. I don't think there's much else I can do with that piece. And this is really cool. This is also off of this square piece that we cut. This is one of the end cuts, but I got a nice thin sliver on it. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the light here. So you can see the clear chalcedony, but it comes off as like a reddish pink tinge. And you also see like there's more opaque chalcedony in there, which would be kind of like a jasper, I guess. And interestingly, the white is opaque as well on the ends. But that's really cool. Kind of shows what's going on in that piece. So let's get to polishing these. I'm not going to show every step. You know, I'll get started on this and I'll show you the end result here after I polish. So stay tuned. Okay, so we finished the first piece off. With the second piece, I've laid out my marker grid. The surface is uneven, so I need to get this down level. So to do that, I'm going to use the flat lap. And there's a little bit of a problem because this is too narrow here. If you can see so I had to take the guard off. Now that doesn't allow me to use the water delivery system. What I'm going to have to do is wet this and wet it often. and hopefully I can get this ground down quickly. So we're going to give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. Well, as you can see, that worked pretty well. Had a little bit of a mess to clean up because it didn't have splash guard on there, but it was worth it. Got everything down pretty quickly. It only took about 20 minutes, which is, you know, pretty good considering there was some pretty deep grooves in there. That is perfectly smooth now. You can see there are some scratches from that 80 grit disc. That was an 80 grit disc, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it to the DIY setup with the drill. And I'm going to start with the 100 grit wheel. And I'm going to work my way up. And it's going to be a little tricky because obviously this piece is bigger. So I'm going to have to make sure I'm going even. I'm going to use some marker again to identify the evenness. If I'm not having good results on that because the piece is too big, then I might switch back to the flat lap. So we'll see how this goes. Let's try it. Okay, so here's the setup. I'm starting with the 100 grit disc, and I'm going to go through to the 200, 400, 800, 1500, and the 3000, and we'll stop at the 3000. We'll see how it looks, so let's get started. Okay, so we're back now, and we finished polishing both rocks. And I'm going to show you the one that we did on the Hi-Tech Diamond Flat Lap first. This rock was a bit fractured, but it still came out really nice and polished. So you can see we got that mirror shine. I really think we have the process down now on the Hi-Tech Diamond Flat Lap. There's some tips and tricks I will share in a future video on using the Hi-Tech Diamond Flat Lap, especially on these kind of bigger pieces. It's more meant for making smaller cabs and things on, but you can polish bigger pieces on it. It's a little tougher, but I've found a few shortcuts and tips that I'll share in a future video. But I've polished all four sides on this. This is kind of an experiment with this material. I wanted to see, you know, how fractured it was. It is a bit fractured, but you know, that's kind of typical for seam agates. Even though these were in situ, we found at the source, the tides can still beat them up because the tides are just pounding off the rocks. So, I mean, I'm still happy with this. We had a little bit of a fracturing here, and this side had a major fracture here. But this side, which would probably be the display side, is pretty decent. And again, we got the mirror shine, so really happy about that. If you guys are interested in Hi-Tech Diamond products, you can use our affiliate link in the description, and you can use the code RHLIFE at checkout if you buy anything. The code will get you a 10% discount, and it's not good for machines or gift cards, but it's good for everything else on the website. And the awesome thing about it is you can come back and use it multiple times. It's good for life. So Hi-Tech Diamond sells a lot of awesome products on their website. I mean, they have saw blades, they have the electroplated diamond discs, they have the polishing wheels, they have diamond burrs, they have Dremel tools, they have all kinds of stuff. Really, really good products. I'm happy with the products, and I've been using them for the past 6 months, and I have no complaints. And you can watch our previous videos doing some reviews on some of the products. Let's look at the other piece that we did, which is the piece that we originally grinded it down with an 80 grit disc on the Hi-Tech Diamond Flat Lap, and then we took it over to the DIY setup with the polishing wheels, and finished it there because it was a little too big for the flat lap. And you can see we got a mirror shine. This is one of my all-time favorite pieces we've ever done or collected. It's a beautiful piece. The details on this are amazing. This has that kind of jelly look that, what I named these after. And it's just an amazing piece. The details in it are awesome. Like, it goes from red into a green. And I love the way the white transitions into the green here. Almost kind of like Northern Lights like. And even down here, it's kind of cool. It's almost got like flame action going down there. But this is awesome. Just a little bit of a fracture there. But for the most part, this was a pretty nice piece. Not many fractures in this. And this will be a display piece for us. What I'm going to end up doing is probably doing an angle cut here at the very end. Because I like to stand my seam agates up like this for display. So I'm gonna prep that and do that. I probably should have did it before we polished, but I'm gonna do my best not to chip any of that there, because it does a nice little transition back into a red at the end there. So I'm gonna be careful in that. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Working with these seam agates is really fun, and I love showing you guys what we can do with them. So please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment below to let me know which one of these is your favorite. Mine's this one by far. It really exemplifies what I wanted to show that these agates look like. So yeah, beautiful piece. Have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.